Hello and welcome to another episode of Gripe and Groan. I'm Neve and, well, Erin isn't with us today, mainly because this movie killed her. And the movie I'm talking about is Ghostbusters. Now, I'm not going to lie. I went into this movie with a very low expectation. It was released in July of 2016, and even before it came to cinemas, this movie had a pretty bad appeal to most people. The YouTube trailer alone raked up 100,000 dislikes in the first 24 hours, and that number continues to grow even today. Now, with actors like Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, and Chris Hemsworth, there could have been a potentially good movie here. All these actors have been in good movies before, and I have found genuinely enjoyable and funny to watch. Our first viewing of Kristen Wiig pretty much sums up the full movie for me, as she's caught by her superior twerking against the table, as such. And this is basically how the full movie pans out. I mean, listen to this one joke, and this is essentially what the full movie consists of.
Abby, why don't you let her listen to the EVP?
What EVP?
No, there's no EVP.
Is electro voice phenomenon. I'm familiar. I know what it means. And there's never been one substantiated.
Oh, there hasn't? There hasn't been one. You know what? You come with me with a suit on. You get so cocky.
A few months ago, we spent 8 nights at the Chelsea Hotel. We didn't get anything.
Well, we didn't think so. And then later in the lab when we were reviewing these tapes.
Wow, you really got me.
So the premise is that Kristen Wiig's character was a ghost hunter when she was younger and wrote a book on her belief for ghosts and was made a mockery because of it, so gave up that life. But Melissa McCarthy encourages her to get back into the game and get back into what they love and prove to the world that ghosts are real. A list of shenanigans follow, with Kate McKinnon and Leslie Jones getting involved pretty soon after, and Chris Hemsworth. Oh my god, his character is beyond stupid. There's a level for stupidity, and he crossed it long ago. He is at the pit of unintelligence. He doesn't wear glass on his glasses so that he can scratch his eyes better. The stupidity we're supposed to believe from this character is just shocking. So to sum it up, there's a bad guy. He wants to take the girls down, and climax here, surprise there, fights. It's just boring. I'll admit it gave me one laugh, and that was it. There was nothing original, there was nothing funny, it was just so dull. And they couldn't even attempt to get it right. And yes, I'm a fan of the original Ghostbusters, and no, I didn't go in here thinking I would like this movie. I gave it a fair chance, but movie, you weren't any good. And it's a shame, because another Ghostbusters movie, it could have been interesting, it could have been good, it had potential, and yet they feel like there was no effort put into it. It was just a bunch of jokes that flew over your head, and honestly, I think are on level with dad jokes. Now, there's a whole controversy against this, because people are like, well, if you don't like this movie, it's because you're sexist, because they're women. I bring up the argument, what does it matter if they're women? It doesn't matter. It's just a bad movie. It's nothing revolved on them, because these are good actresses. An actor, they have done good movies. And with a budget of 144 million, they only managed to rake up 229 million in the box office. Yes, they did, double their money, but it could have been so much more, and that's the disappointment. There wasn't any effort in this movie for me, and honestly, I wouldn't recommend anyone to watch it. It's a waste of time. Stick with the classics. I've tried to keep this short and sweet because I didn't want to rant on for ages about the numerous things that are wrong with it. The amount of pink in this movie is horrendous. The CGI is below par, and there's just, I keep coming back to it, there's just no effort, and I never feel like they're trying to engage me. I never felt like they're trying to make me think. Everything was served on a silver platter. Every 5 minutes I said, they're going to do this. It happened. They're going to do that. This is what they're going to be confronted about. This is what's going to be misunderstood. This is what's going to cause some kind of drama. And it just all played out how you exactly expected it to. Even the end climax was pathetic. It was like they just drew up a cardboard background and did their things in front of it. It was just it didn't make sense either. But again, I don't want to rant too hard about this movie, as I'm sure there are some people who like it. For me, I don't. So I come to the final point that I wanted to make. Have you ever listened to the Ghostbuster theme tune and never sung along? I honestly don't think I've ever heard anyone who's heard that song not jump up and start singing their lungs out, because it's just so catchy, it's so much fun. Movie, you ruined it for me. You couldn't even keep loyal to the Ghostbusters theme tune. You had to change it. You had to make it more, modern. And how did they do this, everyone? Well, they made it rapping. They rapped the Ghostbusters theme tune, and as I'm sure you can imagine, it was a horrendous mess that wasn't worthy to be put on any kind of film ever.
When I'm home alone, nighttime my lights on. Woo, got me scared. Woo, underneath my bed, in my closet, down the hall. I see shadows all on my wall. Man, he must be big and tall. Ghostbuster, who you gon' call?
There's not much else to say. They rap the Ghostbusters theme tune. They make gross jokes, even for men to come to, and it is just boring. And I leave it at that. It is a boring movie that wasn't worth any of our attention. So because Aaron's not here and I don't know the Twitter thingy you're supposed to get up to, let's go with Blueberry Chills. Tweet us what maybe you want us to look at next, and hopefully I'll be a bit more optimistic about it and hopefully have something nice to say about it. And my lovely gripe and groan partner will have returned, and we'll get back to destroying your favourite movies and praising the ones you probably don't like. That's it for now, and rapping Ghostbusters, everyone. Rapping Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters!
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.